Hello Griffin Scopers, welcome back into the little sound booth again, where we like to do soul birth card character analysis, looking at the general energies that are running around a person's life from birth through till death, noticing whether those energy fields are butting heads, whether they're harmoniously getting on, whether the person's leaning into one energy or the other a little bit too much. So today I'm not going to give the person a big build up or introduction like I normally do, because they're, we've all heard of Lady Gaga. Even if you don't know her music, you've definitely heard that name. And I want to go back many moons ago when my partner Andy, he crossed over a year ago, but it was about, I don't know, maybe a decade and a half ago, that he was talking about an up-and-coming artist that I should take notice of, somebody that was, in his opinion, going to be an absolute superstar. Kind of went over my head, didn't give it any second chances or second thoughts. I just thought, nah, this is another person, he's always talking about different people. But yeah, she did go on to be an absolute superstar, many skills, many talents, acting, singing, dancing, singer-songwriter, all these different things. And we're looking at Lady Gaga today. She has got some unusual cards, but before I get into that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I did say a big thank you to all my subscribers yesterday. It always makes me feel a bit funny when I do those thank you videos, like, I don't know, they come across a little bit twee or disingenuous in some way, a bit treacly, but it is really heartfelt. I mean, subscribe is a hard one these days. There's a lot of us doing tarot out there, all to the good, by the way. But nevertheless, it is very much appreciated. So thank you to anybody that is supporting the channel. Love you. Okay, back into Lady Gaga. Let's pan down and look at these cards she's got. So I do like to use the Rider-Waite as well as the foundation, and then I like to use the Crow Tarot because it's my deck. I love it. I love this deck. Never will I tire of the Crow deck. Right. So then, with her astrological cards being Aries and also being in the year card of those cards, it will be time for her to take some stock of where she is in life and really learn from the lessons that have gone before. To use those lessons that go with the Death and the Emperor as a guide for personal growth. Personally, I think that the hardest lesson we learn is how to be wise from what we've gone through. It's not a time for her to be putting a spoke in the wheel. It is a time for her to move forward, and that hand of fate is on the wheel in this year for her, or it will be, and asking her, not to repeat what's gone before, whether it's good or bad, do things in a different way where you grow. And whatever fate gives her, there will be something in it that's new, hopefully, that she can grow from. Think of a stone when it goes into a pool of water, and that water, it kind of ripples out, doesn't it, in all directions. And it's like when you set something in motion, this is what it does. It has a rippling out effect, not just for us, but for those around us. Oh, Fortuna. Do you remember that brilliant song, Camina Burana, all about the capriciousness of life, the ups and downs, the cyclical nature of the wheel, and what it brings, whether it can bring bounty in some cases or adversity within those life cycles. So Lady Gaga is the Sun card, which relates to the country of Italy, and she is Italian, and its ruling number is number 19. And 19 was when she got her first break into the music business. That's when she was signed, and her wheel of of fortune started to turn fortuitously at that point. We see in the Emperor card how she has managed to step up into that seat of power. She's been using her leadership role to fight on LGBTQ rights. She's an activist and rallying against the USA ban on gays in the military, thus changing the fate of the soldiers within the military. So whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing is neither here or there. That's what she's been doing, which is, you know, part of her life lesson to change things up in a different way. So when one door closes, a new window opens, and with this death card comes the rebirth, always bringing her skills. Is Lady Gaga to the magician's table to reinvent herself. She's renowned for her versatility in her work and having a lot of fun with her different personas. So the Sun card turning up in her birth cards here, we can see a white horse, and I'm reminded of when she was on the red carpet and she was riding a white mechanical horse, and a couple of men were doing all the mechanics and everything to make it move, and she looked really soft and like a 21st century goddess. And it's a juxtaposition to say the meat dress, the controversial raw beef dress that she made to bring attention to gay rights in the military. She's always full of controversy, always changing things up. I'm sure there would have been a lot of vegetarians that were pissed off with that meat dress, by the way. But the Sun card, we see here, there are sound waves. Those spaghetti waves are sound waves, and the straight lines are radiation. By the way, her favourite food is spaghetti, because she is Italian, and this card rules Italy. Made a video about that recently. And she has a pitch perfect voice. In every major arcana card, we get a note that relates to it. And with the Sun card, it is the note of D. So the note of D relates to, or emotionally invokes, the feelings of success, triumph, being victorious. That's its quality in sound, and it's actually used in a lot of military ballads as well. So the Magician card would be like Lady Gaga being the conductor of all her different skills and talents, putting those on the table, blending things all together. You know, whether it's song lyrics, dance would go with the Sun card because of the fire energy. And she's full of joy and passion when she's being interviewed. She comes across as a bundle of fun, actually. She's quite quick-witted, with an ability to laugh at herself, or she can laugh off criticism. And yeah, just come across like a ball of sunshine, full of confidence. However, it's not all just sunflowers and a bundle of laughs when it comes to the Sun card. So when we reverse it, inverted, at best, we can get clouded joy, but it can also signify depression. So while she said fame has brought her an awful lot of joy, it's also brought her, like I said, the sadness, the depression, and an onset of psychotic breaks. So right way up, the Emperor is a particular way of thinking, because he governs the mind, the head, and it's all about thinking in a logical way, a strategic way, being rational. And when we reverse the card, then the Emperor would go into much more of a dissociative state. So the rational brain is almost like it's flatlining, unable to problem solve or connect to reality. So you can see in the background of the Emperor card, we get mountains, And she used these obstacles and challenges with her depression and her mental health to put her very own spotlight onto this area, onto the issues of mental health. She's put them on the world stage. So the emperor's power is a very worldly power. It's not just confined to narrow margins. So notice in the Rider-Waite, he's holding a scepter and an orb. So the scepter would be his dominion and control, and the orb would be his worldly authority over the kingdom that she governs. So she has put or brought together the greatest minds in the worlds of, or the arenas of psychology, psychoanalytics, therapy, all these different things. She's brought the great minds together, and she's said, you know, she wants things to change. She has said verbatim, I have been through all this stuff in my life, all these ups and downs and rounds and twists and turns, and I believe that my life experience can change the world and make it a better place when we all get together and, you know, maybe start teaching young children in schools about how the brain works from a young age. You know, things can have a positive result. So everything that Gaga's been going through in life shows that she's been applying what she's learned within that Wheel of Fortune, when the pop princess, when her era, her time is up to hold the reins no more and to pass the reins on to somebody else when it's their turn to be the next pop princess. I think she'll be able to do that because she is so good at being able to reinvent. In the Magician card, we get the lemniscape, so the endless potential of possibilities to manifest out of one's mind and put into action. This is a life well lived. You know, she has learned how to change. She doesn't hang on to her old personas, or you know, she's able to really switch up the music and try different genres. She's recorded jazz albums as well as pop and rock and all these different things. So she's able to kind of go with the flow, manifest her goals, and step into that seat of power and lead, but also to be, which is key, optimistic, even though she's, you know, had these psychotic breaks and gone through a lot of depression. Being positive, having the ability to shine her light while recognizing the importance of being truthful and honest about it, because truth is something that goes with this card. Always be a little bit mindful of those people that are nothing but smiles, everything's sunflowers, nothing goes wrong in their life. You know, that's not real. We are whole beings, and we do go through ups and downs and twists and turns, and it's really important to acknowledge that and not put across a perfect kind of persona. So that is something I do admire her for. So guys, let's get into some charm casting and see what we can get for Lady Gaga, see if there's anything else that we can get from her messages. Okay, a shopping trolley. This is my shopping trolley key, and it's got a happy face on the back of it, but it came out reversed. So yeah, she's been shopping around as to how she can change the world to make it a much happier place, and she's done that by showing us different sides of her persona. Notice when we get a diamond, we get different facets, and every time we turn the diamond we see a different side. She has had so many different personas. I don't know how she does it. And we get the peace symbol as well, the old CND sign. So yeah, I believe that she does want to try and change the world and bring in more peace in her own unique way. And we get the message in the little tube here, the little plastic tube. So even like just putting her music to one side, I believe that's the message of peace. We also get the elephant. What do elephants do? Well, they do remove the obstacles in the road. They help to build new roads in places like India. And that's what she's doing. She is opening new roads, getting people to think in a different way, coming away from the past, opening new doors, closing old windows on how we used to think, and moving things into the future. So the shopping trolley with the smile, the big smiley face, it's like the sun face, look, on the back, the diamond, the elephant, the message, and the peace symbol. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Make of that what you will. Drop your comments in the box below, and I will see you on the next. Bye for now.